Hi everyone. Most of you probably don't know this about me, but in the first decade of my life, I moved 7 times. Because I moved so much, I didn't measure my childhood by age or by grade, but rather by where I lived. Today I'm going to share with you a lesson I learned from each place that I lived. In my first home, I was still the youngest child, which meant I was totally attached to my older brother and copied everything he did. However, I learned my lesson to think for myself when my brother went through a phase of somehow thinking dog food tasted good. Lesson 1, be an independent thinker. I can't lie, I don't remember much about the second place I lived because it wasn't for long and we moved more promptly than anticipated. Lesson 2, you never really know how long you're going to be in any phase of life, so enjoy it and make it memorable. In the third place I lived, I finally became an older sister. My 4-year-old brain was overwhelmed by the thought of such a big change, but now I can never imagine my life without my little brother. Lesson 3, there's always room in your heart for more love. In my fourth home, I went through a phase of inventing random things to sell on the street where I lived, which was probably sketchy on the legal front, but one day my cousins and I melted gummy bears onto pieces of paper and then stuck pipe cleaners through them, branding them as ornaments. I stood next to the street with my little booth and, of course, didn't sell a single ornament, which was probably not just because it was the middle of summer. Even though those were a total flop, I learned lesson 4. Be creative without fear of failure. The fifth place I lived aligned with my older brother and I's parkour phase. We constructed courses in our house and spent hours practicing our moves and making videos of our little brother and cousin in American Ninja Warrior, but toddler version. Our favorite part was spider crawling the walls of the hallway, which got shut down as soon as my dad found out. But lesson 5 is you can invent fun anywhere with anything. My sixth move took me out of the city of Chicago where I'd lived my whole life, which was a huge change. Moving to Barrington felt so in the middle of nowhere that my family would tell people we moved to the country. We didn't have Wi-Fi or TV and I didn't have a phone, but I finally had a backyard. I came home every day from school with grass stains on my clothes and apologized to my mom, but she responded that she was actually happy because I finally had grass instead of rubber tiles to play on at recess. So lesson 6 is get off your phone and go outside. My 7th move was to the house I live in now. Over quarantine, I spent day after day making lists of things to do to keep myself occupied and productive. Still, even once I accomplished every task, I never felt relief or satisfaction. I realized I wasn't going to find fulfillment in checking off boxes, but rather doing things that brought me joy. Lesson 7, it's not about going through the motions, it's about finding happiness in the moment. I'd like to thank my family for more than I could ever put into words. Mom and Dad, you've always instilled in me that you can accomplish whatever you want in life, and no dream is too big. Thank you, and I'm sorry those dreams are taking me across the country. To my older brother Miles, even though you taught me not to do everything you do beyond just the dog food, I've always looked up to you the most, and you're the best big brother I could ever ask for. My little brother Keeson, thank you for always being my hype man, and a lot of the times also the one to humble me. I love you and I'll miss you. Thank you both for being my built-in best friends. To my friends, I can't believe how far we've come together. Thank you for sticking with me. I love you guys. My class, thank you for making me laugh every single day without fail. And finally, my teachers and the whole EA community, thank you for both nurturing and challenging me for all of these years. I wouldn't be who I am without you. Thank you.